Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Xvic. The sound might be a little crappy. That's just how it is. My dog shit. So I'm gonna be teaching you how to do the sub rogue opener and what tones you should be running, all that good stuff. Everyone's been coming on my stream and asking what to do, so I'm going to explain in this video how and what you do in different situations. So yeah, we'll get right into it. So first, my first wrong mistake is I'm not done with my legendary. The legendary you're going to want to go for, I wish I had a link or something to it. I don't know how to look at them, but you want the 100% crit 4 seconds out of stealth. It's basically what all the rogues using. So basically after you're in stealth, after you hit out of stealth for 4 seconds, you have 100% crit. So you want to be running that. That's the first legendary. That's your legendary, choice. It's like the best. But the rotation wise, you always want to be running in 2s and 3s unless you're with another rogue. Is these two poisons. Always. Crippling and Wound. Cripperian is my favorite by far right now for rogue. You get the healing and you get the damage effect of it, which is really nice sometimes. But yep. You want to be running Kyrian as a rogue, a sub rogue that is. And basically the opener it's quite simple. You want to be running these talents. Actually, you don't want to be running these talents. These are my PvE talents. Okay, so you want to be running these talents right here. Now you can differ to where if you want to run Dark Shadows or one of these two. If you run Dark Shadows, it just means you're gonna get super instant burst damage. But after your burst damage, you're gonna be flopping. You're not gonna do any damage, and you're just not going to have the damage left over if they do survive. So this is my recommended, talents. This is what I use. And basically for the opener, it's quite simple. Basically, you want to have macroed. Let's see here if I can find it. So basically, I have all this macroed here, and you want to have a macro to either. You don't have to if you have a mouse with buttons on it to where you can click it, because I do not, so I have to have a macro because I don't have enough keys on here. So basically, I macro Shadow Dance, Shadow Blades, Symbols of Death, and then Cool Blood, and then I do my trinket also. So I do all of these in one go in one button, so it activates them all. So basically, how you want to open here is this is my opener. So you're gonna sap them, or let's say you're in 2s right now. That's the healer. That's the DPS. You're going to sap the healer, and you're going to cheap shot the DPS. You want to save your blind for after a second sap. So basically, it's gonna look something like this. So I'm gonna try to do it in slow motion, and I'll do it fast. So you'll cheap shot, then Shadow Dance, and then use Echoing, then Cool Blood, then Shadow Strike, then Full Kindey, then Mark for Death, then Eviserate, and then you want to sap the healer again while you're in your first Shadow Dance. And then he'll be sapped for a DR sap for about 2-3 seconds, and then after the DR sap, you're going to want to blind him. And then he'll have to sit a full blind, which will probably make him trinket. This is when you're not facing a rogue comp. And right now, so basically, when you're facing a rogue comp, it's usually better to just start the healer and blind the rogue, and then get his trinket. And then usually you can either cheap shot and then 1v1, and then try to go for your one shot on him in a stun, or you can save the blind for the healer and then get the trinket off the rogue through like a Mark for Death, Full Kindey, and then go for a second go after the DR is off. So basically in fast motion, it would be sap on the healer. This is the DPS. I'm doing fast motion here, and I'll explain what I did after. So you sap the healer. And that's the rotation right there. And then by then, they're going to be dead. So that's the rotation. You don't really use Rupture. I don't really use, the only time I'd use it is if somebody's going to go for a reset, or if you're in 3s, or a healer comp where it's going to last a long time. But other than that, I usually don't click Rupture, you just don't get that much value out of it. Yeah, but versus rogues, you'd basically just start on the healer. So this is the healer right here. You start opening him. I click rupture on the healer. Don't click anything. Just act like you're really trying to kill this healer. You're just clicking stuff. Usually you don't want to click eviserate. You want to just get 5 combo points if it's possible to get the rogue out. So I'm at 5 combo points right about now. And let's say the rogue opened on me. What you want to do is, if you are geared to the dim, like if you're geared and you know what you're doing by your rotation wise, usually what you want to do is he'll open on you. You want to trinket and then blind him, and then get ready to just wait for, he's gonna trinket it because he's like, oh wait, you just trinketed, so I'm gonna trinket. So he's gonna trinket, and then you're gonna swap to him, and he's gonna have to be stuck with the full kindey. Then you're gonna 1v1, and then you're just gonna pop everything like this, and then cheap shot him, shadow strike, and then eviscerate, and he's just gonna be dead. No trinket, rogues just die. So that's basically the opener right there. It's pretty simple. It's not very hard. Once you get the rotation down and just practice where you're standing and the targets you're going. So let's say you're facing every time you face a rogue in 2s, you usually want to go the rogue. Like if it's mage rogue, lock rogue, any type of rogue comps, I usually go rogue, just because after their trinket, they just die. So basically, that is the rogue rotation. If you guys would like to see me explain more into it, and maybe get in some games and describe what I'm doing, and then show you guys what I'm doing, I can also do that. But that is the rogue rotation. I'll have everything you guys need in the description. So I'll have the whole rotation in the description with my Twitch, obviously. And I might have my macro in there, but macros are pretty known today's date. So yeah, that's basically it. And this is my gear right now. I'm kind of under geared technically. You shouldn't need to be 180 because everyone's 180 already. But this is a trinket I run. You can also run bike or dressed. They're still really good. They're going for this 5k, and the bike still hits for 3k. I still go for the trinket though, just because it's 40% verse offensive, so it's really good. But yeah, that's basically it. Ring wise, I don't have my ring, but your main stat you want to be going for is mastery and verse. Mastery gives your damage done and finishing the moves by a lot, you can see. So you want to stack as much as possible, and you also want to stack verse. But yeah, that's basically the rogue rotation. I'll explain it one more time. So let's say it's 1v1, I'll explain it as a 1v1. So you just want to cheap shot, use your burst, cool blood, and then you want to mark for death, and then cheap shot him again, the yard, and he's gonna die. He's just gonna be dead. It's pretty simple. Rogue right now is not as hard as it used to be because it's hitting so hard right now. And definitely get the legendary. I'll have it soon, to where you can have the 100% crit at 4 seconds out of stealth. So that means, let's say I open on this guy and I start on him, and then I pop my burst. I have 4 seconds of 100% crit. So basically, I pop everything while that's up. I'm just going to one-shot him instantly. It's probably going to get nerfed, so I wouldn't like keep your mind to that only legendary, because it will get nerfed. Most likely 100% crit is just insanely OP. Especially or it's either it's going to get nerfed or we're going to get nerfed, one or the other. But either way, whatever they nerf up, Rogue will still be good. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want me to go more into depth into Rogue Subtlety, I can. I'm just telling you what I do and what I think you should do. You can do whatever you want. Rogue's Rogue. You click any powers you want. You're usually gonna do damage, but yeah, the main rules: don't click Rupture unless you have no damage. That means you don't have Shadow Dance available. And make sure you just watch your DRs as well. So whenever let's say the guy lives, so I cheap him. Let's say I pop everything. I get that. I start, kill him up. I sap the healer again, and he lives. Just make sure you either have an add-on for DRs, so you're not just, oh wait, he's almost dead, I'm just gonna cheap him again, but he's DR'd. and then you just wasted a chance of using Shadow Strike into Eviscerate for more damage and getting your Shadow Dance back up. So that's the Rogue. That's the Rogue class. It's pretty simple, but I will be making more videos about Rogue and maybe some other classes if you guys are interested in that. But it's been a good time. Thanks everyone for coming out and checking the video, but that's Rogue. It's pretty simple. I hope you guys have a good day or night, whatever it is, and check out my Twitch. I cast stuff X. It'll be in the description, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night. Peace outie. I'll catch you guys in the next one.